Prabowo Subianto awalnya sempat diragukan dapat meneruskan program kemajuan Indonesia. Karena menjadi presiden di umur yang tergolong senja, ditambah lagi kemajuan infrastruktur yang digalakan presiden sebelumnya. Tapi nyatanya, Presiden Prabowo dapat berbuat di luar ekspektasi. Karakter yang sangat berani dalam mengatakan kejujuran di hadapan para pemimpin dunia, membuat masyarakat global mulai memperhatikan Prabowo. Bukan hanya sebagai pemimpin dari negeri dengan umat muslim terbanyak, tapi juga seorang pemimpin kuat yang vokal dalam menjalankan misi kemanusiaan. Sementara di antara negara-negara muslim khususnya Timur Tengah, Prabowo sangat dihormati berkat kiprahnya, yang selalu berusaha membuka mata para pemimpin di sana. Ia lantang menyuarakan kebenaran, bahkan yang terdengar tabu dan sakit di telinga. Di negara-negara adidaya, Prabowo juga tak kalah disegani sebagai pemimpin negara dengan ekonomi serta militer terbesar di Asia Tenggara. Bagi pemimpin gembong negara BRICS yang didominasi Blok Timur, Prabowo dianggap saudara lama yang harus dirangkul kembali untuk menyempurnakan kekuatan aliansi. Bahkan, banyak pemimpin besar seperti Vladimir Putin yang memperlakukan Prabowo dengan sangat hormat, seperti menjamu alumni seorang senior dalam suatu angkatan.
I've just seen the most powerful speech by an Indonesian president at the UN summit, where he says that whenever the UN is ready, he will send 20,000 troops to Gaza to ensure peace. At the minimum. And he also said some of the most powerful words that I think should go down or will go down in history. He said, "I cannot be right. The right is right." So this guy has more courage than all our European leaders combined, who are just spineless cowards. And this is the right thing to do. Imagine the UN, United Nations, were created in order to ensure peace, but also ensure that the genocide, to prevent genocide from happening anywhere in the world. And they not only failed in preventing the genocide from happening, but now, even though they recently themselves made an official statement that there is a genocide going on, they are still doing nothing to end this. So the United Nations at that very point are just this is a pointless and corrupt entity, obviously. How can that be that one country, which is the United States in that case, can veto 14 other countries in such an important matter as ending genocide? So, since UN failed to act, I don't know when finally someone is going to step in, but really respect to this Indonesian president.
Prabowo dihormati tidak hanya karena pemimpin Indonesia, tapi karena ia bisa merangkul semua golongan, yang bahkan mayoritas dari berbagai ras dan agama di dunia dapat menerimanya. Sebagai pemimpin dari negara umat muslim terbesar, Prabowo berbicara keras untuk menguatkan organisasi Islam dunia, tanpa bermaksud untuk menaklukkan mana-mana pihak. Kecerdasan dan keberaniannya pun melebihi rata-rata. Prabowo bukan saja memiliki pola pikir pemimpin biasa, namun juga pola pikir modern yang jauh menatap ke hadapan. Tidak hanya menekan suatu pihak tertentu yang umum dianggap salah, akan tetapi mengemukakan gagasan agar dapat memberi kemaslahatan bagi semua pihak. Yang jauh lebih realistis untuk diwujudkan, daripada alih-alih menjadi sok pahlawan, tetapi hanya dalam bacotan. Yang tidak mungkin bisa diterima, karena harus mengorbankan salah satu pihak.
We will always say that we support.
أننا نقول دائما أننا ندعم فلسطين. ودائما ما نقول أننا ندعم لبنان وسوريا، ولكن ما هو الدعم؟ ما هي المساندة؟ لأننا كل القرارات المتخذة في الأمم المتحدة، كل الإعلانات لا تحترم ولن تحترم. ينبغي أن نرى الواقع بأن
countries are not respected. The Muslim population of the world is 2 billion people. 25% of the world are Muslims. We have vast resources, but we cannot unite. We quarrel among ourselves. And then when our brothers are being destroyed, then we give some declaration of support and we send humanitarian aid. I'm sorry, this is my opinion. Let us see the reality. We must work to have close cooperation between us. We must work to have one voice and not to be divided. Divida et impera, that is the law of imperialism for thousands of years. And we are being divided every day. We see Sudan, Muslim leader against Muslim leader. We see Libya, Muslim leader against Muslim leader. We see Yemen, Muslim leader against Muslim leader. When will this end? How can we help the Palestinians if we quarrel among ourselves? Let us be honest. Let us be honest to our people. I'm sorry I have to say this, because I attend so many of the summits and all we do is give declarations of support. Indonesia will try to do its best in whatever we can do, but I call for unity. I call for cooperation. I call for, let us, the Muslim countries, realize what is happening. We are not being respected. They do not care about our voice. Once again, I say, they do not care about our voice. Human rights is not for Muslim people. This is the reality. This is very sad. Let us do what we can, but let us face reality and let us be honest with ourselves. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
After more than a decade, an Indonesian president returned to the UN podium. Now, these 5 points show why President Prabowo's speech is about more than symbolism and why it matters.
The strong do what they can, the weak suffer what they must. We must reject this doctrine.
President Prabowo took aim at the Thucydides' logic that stronger states dominate weaker ones. By stating right is right and wrong is wrong, he called for a rules-based world where justice protects the weak, not just privileges the poor. Now, this is what got him a standing ovation.
We must have an independent Palestine, but we must also recognize, we must also respect, and we must also guarantee the safety and security of Israel. Only then we can have real peace.
Most Muslim majority states emphasize Palestinian rights, and Prabowo did too, but he went further, and rather than condemning only one side, Prabowo insisted on a two-state solutions, even taking them back to the very beginning by citing that they are both descendants of Abraham. And that it's a balance that makes Indonesia stand out as a potential mediator and not just a partisan voice.
Not with just words, but with boots on the ground. Indonesia is prepared to deploy 20,000 or even more of our sons and daughters to help secure peace in Gaza or elsewhere.
Many leaders call for peace, but few offer boots. Indonesia is already a major contributor to peacekeeping efforts, and President Prabowo's promise of 20,000 troops or more under UN command is a rare move which is truly commendable.
This year, Indonesia recorded the highest rice production and grain reserves in our history. We are now self-sufficient in rice, and we are starting now to export rice to other nations in need. We are building resilient food supply chains, investing in climate-smart agriculture to ensure food security for our children and for the children of the world. We are confident in a few years' time we'll be the granary of the world.
Officials project 2025 rice production at 34 to 45 million tons, with reserve stocks reaching 4 million tons. And that's double last year's reserves. And that is a bold signal to the world that Indonesia can contribute to alleviating hunger globally. And that's a subtle message that the global south should now watch Jakarta closely. Now,
therefore, we choose to confront climate change not by slogans, but by immediate steps. We are committed to meeting our 2015 Paris Agreement obligations. We aim to achieve net zero emission by 2060.
Now, from law to peace to food and then energy, President Prabowo's speech threads principle with capability and is Indonesia's way of telling the world, watch us now.